I'm going to be designing an island with no terraforming over the course of the next 30 days. I can't change anything about the layout of my island, and I'm even stopping myself from moving buildings once they've been placed as an extra challenge. I love designing in New Horizons, but I've always leaned heavily on terraforming. I mean, just look at my island, it's a terraforming mess. This time, I want to challenge myself to work with what I've been given from the start. I'm hoping to make an island that actually looks good by the end of this, so I'm going to have to rely on some other methods of designing. The rules for this challenge are as followed. No terraforming. This includes adding pathways using this feature, but I can place QR codes manually. Time traveling is allowed. I must finish this island in 30 IRL days. No use of Nintendo Online, and finally, no moving buildings. By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to my friends Froggy Crossing and Crossing Minute for inspiring the series. I highly recommend you watch theirs, they're great. So, can we do this? Can we make a good looking island with no terraforming features and other limitations in just 30 days? There's only one way to find out. Let's do this. Okay, so we're taking the very first step into starting up our island. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to design this character slightly different from the one you usually see on my channel, so I'm going to go for something similar but just, a little bit off, so that they stand out amongst my usual character. I always forget that this mouth option is in the game. It is incredible, honestly. Why have I not been using this up until now? Okay, so here is the big moment, probably the most important step in the entire series. We're going to be choosing our map. Now, like the rules suggest, we cannot do anything to really change this map from how it is. We can't do any terraforming, we can't move around any of the buildings, so it's going to be quite a challenge, and we need to make sure the map we start off with is perfect for this. Okay, alright, so the good thing is we have some maps here that have the resident services nice and far away. We have this one that is close. I'm definitely not going for that map. We have others, I don't know, this is really tricky. Because again, I can't change anything. The river is going to stay exactly how it is. The cliffs are going to stay how they are. We can't move anything around. The thing that I kind of like about this map is the little cove right in the top corner. That's kind of like a neat little feature. But at the same time, Resident Services is kind of close to the airport, so I'm not sure. I will say on my original island, the little sort of dock is on the left side. So it'd be kind of cool to get one on the right side like you see here, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards maybe choosing this one just because I like the fact that it's got the resident services nice and far away. But one problem I will say about this one is kind of how the beach goes. It's very, very small up the top there, so I don't know. I just love this little river bit in the middle, the little island. I'd love to put my house there, but unfortunately you can't do that this early on. And I can't move my house, so I won't be doing that. I also have to consider the fact that I can't move my house at all, so this little space where resident service is where my house is going to stay. And that is final, so gonna have to work around that somehow. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for this one. I've taken way too long to decide this, but I've got ideas for this, I've got some cool ideas, so I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to be bold, I'm going to choose this one. I'm probably going to regret that decision because there was kind of limited space due to how the river goes. But hey, we're in it now. Okay, we have cherries. I'm so happy about that. I love cherries. They're my favorite fruit. And since we can't really use any online features, it's not like we're going to be able to trade for other fruits. So this is going to be a very cherry-centric island. But who are my villagers? Ooh, okay. We've got Teddy and Agnes. That's interesting. Really not who I was expecting at all. I've got the green airport. I love that. Green is one of my favorite colors. Probably my favorite colors. That's cool. Teddy, hello. Follow the guides, let's hustle. And what about you, Agnes? What are you going to say? Want to get left behind? Let's go. That's kind of vicious. You don't really get that sort of dialogue from them later on. They become very, very nice. There he is, the man of the hour, Tom Nook himself. He's going to start us off in this beautiful new island. I'm pretty happy about everything has transpired so far, honestly. I love the fact that I've got cherries, I've got the green airport, I've got a pretty interesting and unique map. I think this is going to be good. I'm feeling positive about this already. Okay, this is the moment I'm very nervous for, honestly. I really don't know where to put my house at all. I have no idea. I wish I could do it in that little island in the middle, but I do not have a pole, and I just have no way of getting over there at all. So, I don't know. I want to be over there. It's so cool. Look at it. It's great. It's amazing over there. And don't worry, we're going to help these two as well. Once again, I've got to decide really good positions for them because I can't move their houses. Once they are placed down, they are stuck. They are there for good. So, yeah, it's going to be quite important. I don't know. I'm really struggling with this. I want to kind of go somewhere off in the distance, like maybe over here. I don't know, I could go on the beach. There is a lot of different options for me, but at the same time, I'm really struggling because I don't want to make a decision that I'm going to regret, you know? Like, this is quite a small amount of space. There's not a ton of leeway here, so we're going to have to think about this. This area would be pretty cool, but can I destroy the rock? Because this would be a neat place to move into. Yeah, I kind of like this. This would be cool. I could see myself living here. Okay, we're going for it. I've decided. This is our house. We might regret this later on, but hey, we're gonna make it as nice as we possibly can. And I just feel like this is a cute little location, you know, it's out of the way, it's not really getting in the way of anything else. It's neat, and it's actually really similar to where I placed my house in my very first playthrough of New Horizons, so great minds think alike, but with myself. Okay, Agnes, you are not moving here. I'm sorry. It's too close to resident services. We're not doing this. It's way too close. I don't know where your house is gonna go, but it is not going there. I'm sorry, okay? I'll find you a spot. Let me do this. Let me handle this, Agnes. You know what? This is going to seem kind of odd, but I'm going to put her house almost exactly where Teddy wanted to put his house, because this is actually quite a good location. It's really far out of the way. I've got plenty of space to do stuff around this. It won't get in the way of anything. This is absolutely perfect. So Agnes is going here, okay? This is where Agnes is going to live. I think this is great. I think this works perfectly. Oh, I don't know, I kind of like this location for him too, but I don't want it too close to Agnes, you know, I want plenty of room, so let me find you a spot as well, Teddy. Okay, I'm just gonna put Teddy's house here. I don't really know why, this area is just kind of cooling to me. I can imagine a bridge kind of being right next to it, over there, so, you know, I've got things kind of planned out in my head slightly. Once again, I feel like I'm gonna totally regret this later on, but what are you gonna do, hey, you gotta live and learn. Now, this is the part of the game where Tom Nook just wants me to do random chores for him for basically no reason at all, except to make me suffer, so I'm probably just going to speed this little section of the video up so you don't have to suffer through it. Okay, so here is the fun bit where we get to decide the name of the island, and I'm terrible at this. I'm really bad at this, so I have no idea what we're going to call it at all. I'm gonna have a good think. Okay, I feel like I've named an island this before on my channel somewhere, but it just kind of makes sense, you know, we're making an island with no terraforming, so let's just call it Terra. Not like terror as in being scared, you know, it's not a scary island. It could be. If this was Halloween, it could be. Somehow, I think they're going to choose my name. I just have a sneak suspicion that they're going to go for it. It kind of is the best name there. Ben seems to have the enthusiasm. Yeah, I have the enthusiasm. Yeah, they're all going for it. They love me. They love me. They love the name. That's an overwhelmingly positive response. Each and every one of you clapped. I wish it was like this in real life, honestly. No one listens to me like this in real life. This is why I play Animal Crossing. Okay, we're getting out the strawberry daiquiris. Tasty. Really tasty. Good job, Tom Nook. Actually, I guess these are cherry daiquiris. What am I saying? We don't even have strawberries in Animal Crossing. Do you think these characters have never tried strawberries before? That's kind of sad, honestly. Why didn't Nintendo add strawberries to the game and other fruits? That would have been amazing. And where's our bananas from Animal Crossing New Leaf? Now I'm just making myself mad, honestly. Okay, now we're going to take a short little nap in-game so we can progress with the first real day and actually make some progress on designing this. Okay, so we're all set up to begin our first proper day in the game, and there's honestly so much I can do. I can donate things to get the museum unlocked, which I definitely want to do here. I can also get my house paid off by getting those Nook miles. There's a lot of different goals that I'm going to need to work towards, so I want to try and do all of that within this first day. I'm going to avoid time traveling within this first episode, but I am allowed to time travel in future episodes. Teddy seems pretty happy about where I put him, which is definitely good, and he's going to give me a freebie, which I like. Oh, it's only a hat. You know what, actually, I can't really complain about being given a free hat. What am I saying? Thank you, Teddy. I'm grateful. This might be our most iconic look ever. Let's take a look. It's kind of Nintendo self-promotion, but you know what? I kind of like it. I'm really not sure where to begin. This is kind of overwhelming, honestly. There's just so much you can do within your first day. I guess the very first goal will be to talk to Tom Nook, so let's do that. Okay, so the first thing I can do is make a fishing rod. All I need is 5 tree branches. That's nice and easy. This will allow us to begin our first step towards unlocking the museum, which I'm very excited about. I'm honestly half tempted to keep the tent museum rather than actually upgrading it. I think that'd be kind of cool. It might fit the theme that I'm going for as well, which I'm not actually going to reveal to you yet. I'm going to keep it as a little surprise so that you can tune in the future and see exactly what I've got planned. But for now, I'm going to keep it a secret. Either way though, we can definitely get this museum up and started, and who knows, maybe we will keep it as a tent. But first, we have to actually get it done, so I'm probably waffling on instead of actually doing it. I've always liked Tom Nook's big DIY recipe bench. I just think it's so much cooler than the one we have ourselves. You know, I really want this one. It kind of reminds me of woodworking class in school, so I need one. It's great. Honestly, there's a lot of items in buildings that we can't get as items to use ourselves, and it makes me so sad. This is definitely one of them, but there's so many others, honestly. Okay, more recipes for me. I love it. We're gonna get all of the recipes. Okay, fishing rod and net crafted, so now we can begin our quest to getting museum. However, I also have to make sure that I get enough Nook miles to pay off my house too, so there's gonna be a lot of multitasking here. I'm going to try and remember all of the different little things that you can do to try and get the Nook miles early on in the game. Some of you are probably going to shout at me because I'm forgetting really obvious things, but I'm just going to try and do what I can remember, okay? I feel like maybe buying or selling something is one of them, so I'm going to try and do that. I'll see if I actually have any money. I have a little bit. I have 100 bells. Okay, I don't think we're buying anything right now. What can I buy for 100 bells? Nothing? Okay, great. Alright, fantastic. Okay, I guess I'll have to sell something to him to make a little bit of cash because I'm really poor right now. Okay, we've got some good stuff to sell. We've got 3 cherries and we've got a cardboard box. So, how much money am I making from these? I'm going to make a ton. Oh, 330 bells. Great. Amazing. I feel like you get some Nook miles for checking this machine, so I'm going to try and do that. I don't know if I've actually unlocked the ability to do that yet, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try literally anything to get these Nook miles because I got to pay Tom Nook off. He's threatening to break my kneecaps. I'm scared. Yes, okay, I've got 50 Nook miles from that. Amazing. Thank you so much, Tom Nook. And I've sold some unwanted stuff, so I get even more Nook miles. This is amazing. I'm doing so well for myself. I think I can also take a photograph and get some Nook miles that way, so let's try it. Why not? Yeah, first photo of the island, and look how dumb I look. I love it. Yes, more Nook miles. This is amazing. I'm getting so many. How many do I need again? I feel like it's a really crazy amount. I feel like it's 5,000 or something like that, so I'm actually quite far off. About my moving fees. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm not as close as I perhaps hoped I was. Okay, let's get to actually doing things. I suppose catching some bugs and fish will also help, but I know one thing I can do is write on the bulletin board, so we're going to quickly do this. What am I going to do? I'm being really lazy with this. I could put a funny message for the video, but I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to put hi. Maybe in the future we'll do an actual proper message on there, but for now, we're just going to put hi because I'm extra lazy. And look at that. More Nook miles for me. Rumor-mongering influencer. Now, if that doesn't describe me to a T, I don't know what does. I mean, they've clocked me there. That's exactly who I am. I like your net, Teddy. I don't know why. It's kind of cooler than mine. It looks different. No, it is the same. It's exactly the same. I'm just jealous for no reason of Teddy. To be fair, Teddy's pretty cool. Look at his eyebrows. Look at his demeanor. He's just a cool guy. Okay, I need to stop focusing on Teddy. I need to actually do something. A bug. Okay. Yes, our first bug. Blathers is absolutely going to love this. Well, he's not actually. He's going to hate it because he hates bugs. But, you know what? That's life at the end of the day. He's got to deal with it. Tommy with his little flag just walking around the island. Why couldn't that have been a feature for the whole game, you know? Give him a break. Let him out of the store for once, Tom Nook, and let him just wander around with his little flag. I don't know why he has a flag, but it's great. It's amazing. I forget we can fish as well. I probably should do a bit of that. I don't really like fishing in Animal Crossing. I'm pretty bad at it. I know a lot of people share this feeling with me, so I don't feel too bad. But still, it's been one of those things I've never really been able to get the hang of. I can do it, don't get me wrong, I completed my museum in New Horizons. But did I enjoy catching all the fish? No. And did I ever complete that Nook Mile goal where you need to complete like a certain amount in a row or something? No, I never did that. So I'm not exactly the best at fishing. To be fair, it's kind of good that I did this in July. Oh, look, it's Agnes. Okay, I need to just keep one train of thought at a time. No, that's mine, Agnes. Agnes, that's mine. You don't have any. Agnes. She's trying to steal it from me. I really don't appreciate that. Agnes, stop. Nope, it's mine. Where is it? It's mine. Agnes. Agnes. She's not happy about that. Look at her. She's walking away. She won't even look at me. She's really not happy about that. I've made an enemy for life. Look at that face. She's not happy. Agnes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, okay? You know, that seems kind of sarcastic to me. I'm just getting sarcastic vibes from her now, you know? I feel like everything she's saying is a little bit snarky. Oh, a leaf umbrella, though. Hey. A leaf umbrella, that's kind of her. You know, I wouldn't have minded a recipe for a ladder or, you know, a pole to cross the river, but, you know, I'll take a leaf umbrella. I can do lots with that, I suppose. Yeah, there's so many bugs out right now. I've kind of forgotten that I need to be fishing as well. But it's so good. It's so good to just get all of the bugs. I love the fact that it's July and I can just get so many of these. I don't love this bug though. I'm really upset by this bug. Maybe I'll try and get his brother over there. No, I'm not getting either of them. They're too clever for me. Okay, well, since I didn't have any luck with those two, maybe I'll have some luck with the fish, you know? The fish are a little bit less evasive than the butterflies, so I'm gonna take my chances with them. I feel like I have a good shot. Okay, well, I'm not having a great shot so far. Please just look at it. Please. Please turn around. Hey, please. This is really... Okay, you know, I give up on him. I give up. I'm done with you. You're probably nothing anyways. You know what? I'm... Okay. Okay, what is it? Oh, it's Nemo. We found Nemo. We've got him. Okay. It is officially time. I have given enough critters to Tom Nook that Blathers is going to move in. I'm so excited about this. I love Blathers. I love the museum tent. This is absolutely amazing. Now, deciding where to actually put it, that's going to be the really tough part because we can't cross the water yet. But I'm going to try and think of something. I've got to put it somewhere really good, you know, I've got to think about this. Okay, I'm really nervous now because I just don't know where I'm going to put this. I'm really nervous. But at least we're racking up the Nook miles. Okay, now I can officially buy something. I'm going to get this cooler box because why not? It's cool. You know, it's really cool. And I think I'm going to get some tools as well so I can actually get even more Nook miles. This is a really good idea, you know. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to actually complete my goal of paying off my house today, but I do want to put down a few neat little items which I managed to acquire for myself, just to kind of get us started on our journey here of designing our island, because we're very much going to be relying on these items throughout the course of this series, so I just want to use as many cool ones as I can, and especially acquire a lot of them from DIYs. You know what though, I'm actually not too upset about not paying off my loan on the very first day, because it's kind of neat in a way to keep the tent around for longer. I feel like the tent is a really underrated part of the game that you just don't get to enjoy for very long, so the idea of us getting to enjoy it for just slightly longer in this game does make me quite happy. And I like that, it's just looking kind of cute at the moment, you know, it's really simple, it's not like we've made a fancy design or anything, but it's nice. However, what I do want to finish this episode off on the very first day is us putting down the museum, and I have absolutely no idea where it's going to go. Okay, I don't know why, but this area is just kind of calling to me. It is kind of close to the two villager houses that I have, but at the end of the day, I feel like we're just so limited with the amount of space and room that we have, that we're just going to have to work with what we've got at the moment. We can't move these around, but at the end of the day, that is part of the challenge and part of the fun, and we can work around it. We can make something really cool around this whole area, so that's exactly what I'm going to try and do. And hey, kudos to these villagers for getting to live next to Blathers' tent, because look how cool this is. It is so cool. It is amazing. I would have absolutely loved to have put it on that little island that we can get to in the future, but of course, that is in the future, that is not right now. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer before we can get there. Still, the main thing about this plot is I've got plenty of room around it to design. There's nothing actually blocking me from designing it, despite it being kind of close to these two houses. so that is a good thing. So yeah, that was the very first day. I hope you folks enjoyed and will tune in for future episodes. Like I said at the start of this, during the rules, or whenever I mentioned it, I'm not going to be making an episode every single day, but I will be playing every single day. So when you see episode 2, it'll probably include like day 2, day 3, and day 4, or something like that. So yeah, I hope you'll stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications as well so you can stay tuned for the next episode. I'm also going to make a playlist so you can watch all of them in one place. And thank you so much for your support. I'll catch you in the next video.